This Baltimore Ravens team preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN.
Hey, it's Peyton Manning, and you're listening to SGPN. Let's ride.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
We're very close to the end here. Very close to the end.
And then we got division previews. We are in the mix, counting
or the beginning,
down.
depending on how you.
Oh, the beginning of the season.
End of the previews, beginning of the season.
The division previews are in there. We got NFL preseason week 2. Joining us in studio to talk all things Baltimore Ravens from the Bottom Line Bombs podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, CJ Sullivan, aka the man in the box. What's happening, CJ?
Nothing great to be here. I'm just regretting my decision 20 minutes ago when you asked if anyone wanted coffee. I said, no, I thought it'd be good, and then I watched the Smelling Salt episode last night. So now I'm jonesing for that maybe. And I know Katie Mox guys gave you proper etiquette to do smelling salts. I do not. I go face first, dived in as we showed in the video.
Yes.
And now I'm thinking that's what I need.
Yeah, well, we do.
But I'm here. I'm ready to go.
We're ready to go. Got some energy.
Yeah.
Chat, little chatter. Getting it in. 32 NFL team previews. Shout out to Adam in the chat. Love SGPN, best in the business. Unrelated. Jordan Love is Waluigi, playing quarterback. How do you pronounce it? Waluigi. He's like the backwards Luigi, like the evil Luigi, I think is what he's
Waluigi.
Waluigi, yeah, like Wario and Waluigi. Yeah. I'm pretty sure
From Mario Kart.
Have you guys seen the video that not to get off the Waluigi, but it went mini viral there?
You can get off of it.
The Baltimore Raven rookies, I guess it's a tradition every year. They have to learn how to eat crabs. In Baltimore, I was like, "Hey, welcome to Baltimore!" And those old-fashioned stone crabs on the table, and they're cracking. It's all this work, they're showing. And then one of them just goes, "Why don't we just get crab cakes? Isn't that the same thing?" And then there's no real answer to that. Like, well,
it's different.
It's more expensive, but yeah, I guess you could afford it. It is different, sure, but yeah, and it's also 90% less labor.
Yeah.
Hey, phrase that pays. One word per episode. There's some reports that I may have missed the word last episode. If I did, the word is A for the Lions episode. And for this episode, Ravens is NFC.
I've been following along every episode. I've been writing down the phrase that pays, and I will say next year, not to the suggestion, some of these articles, your A's, your thes, and all of those, I think we need to combine them with real words.
Okay.
It feels like a ripoff. We're waiting for a whole episode and you go, it is A. What? I could have figured out A, whatever, put it with a dash or whatever. Either way, I feel like certain words have more weight. I'm saying articles aren't exactly words. They're complimentary. You know what I mean?
Okay. So less
not to get too grammatical.
More entrees, less appetizing.
Yes.
Someone in the chat early on
more crabs
said it would be impossible for me to cause Sean to not say the word.
What?
I'm just saying. One.
Oh, you didn't. No. The chat was complaining that the word wasn't coming late enough in the episode, so I tried to do it later, and then I completely forgot. So that's on the chat.
You completely forgot the Detroit Lion episode to say it all together. Oh,
it's
wow.
So there you go.
This will be great.
Well,
I can't wait to hear.
Well, you have to listen to all 32 episodes anyway.
And the Lions episode hasn't dropped on the podcast feed yet, so there's some people that are still living in a world where you haven't forgotten to give out the word yet.
maybe we'll insert it. Audibly.
If any listener out there wants to bring litigation, I will take your case. I think you have a case against this.
CJ's man in the box.
He promised you a word a show, and he gave you a show with no word.
No, I can't.
He did not promise you 2 words in one show to make up for a show with no words.
We can't give the YouTube audience a different experience than the podcast.
Oh, there you go.
That would be unfair.
Okay.
I know you love the chat typically more than I do, but I will stand with the chat.
And it's
right
great.
now.
The word you forgot was A.
Yeah. It's barely a word.
It's not a word. It's an article.
It's a word. Come on, you got 32 words. You got. They're not all going to be gems of words. NFC, very good word. And
it's 3 words though.
What?
It's an acronym, but
okay.
That's a good point.
I mean,
all right, Ryan, you're in charge of the phrase that pays next year. You criticized it too much. And now you're in charge. You can keep track of it. You can announce it.
I am keeping track.
Okay. Well, now you get to write the phrase too.
No. That's not necessary.
Congratulations.
Got plenty going on over here. Sean did break though, so we can file this as a second win potentially. In the phrase that the chat was not thinking this was going to happen, but we can also blame the chat.
I mean, the chat did play with fire, telling you to push it towards the end, knowing you're forgetful, having to be reminded of several episodes.
Well, this is basically on the chat. Now that we mentioned,
because like I said, if I have a guest, I like to do it up top so that I don't forget. And the chat was saying they wanted it later, so you got it later. I hope you're happy, chat. YouTube.com/sports gambling podcast. Hang out with the chat. Get in Spotify. Answer on the questions and comments. Let's talk about this 2024 Ravens team. Of course, they went over as they usually do. I'm always fading the Ravens, which works out great in the playoffs. Not as much in the regular season. Somehow these fuckers lost to the Raiders at home week 2 to knock us out of Survivor. They were 12-5 straight up in
that was one of the crazier.
They got off to an 0-2 start.
I mean, if you're ranking crazy ass games from last year, the Raiders
it was their
game.
home opener, and they were coming off that loss to Kansas City. They had extra time to prepare.
That was wild.
They were like 8.5 point favorites.
Minshew
mania.
Minshew will get you.
I mean, that just shows you how tough Survivor can be. They were 10-6-1 ATS. I had them 10-7 overall. Kramer 9-8, which is weird because Kramer's normally the Ravens honk between us, but he was low on them last year.
Not last year.
Minshew is
damn Steelers.
Minshew's like a Timu Baker, where he's a gamer. He can rally, but and he can get you once, but then that's about it.
Yeah. No, it's he's good for 1 win a year.
Yeah.
You just want to make sure you're not on that other side. What are the big picture takeaways on this Ravens team? Mike Green in the draft, who had some allegations, some potential criminal stuff going on, very similar to the Justin Tucker allegations. That was a big pickup for them.
Fits right in Baltimore. I mean, there's no problem. They are give me your huddle, give me your masses. They will take on all comers of off the field issue characters.
I will say I did see someone post a photo of Mike Green bending, getting around the edge.
The Mike Green bend, went viral.
I can see why you take him in the first round.
He's a good player.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The bend was pretty crazy.
I can't teach that.
I wanted to give him out as defensive rookie of the year. It's just that they won't vote for him because of his horrible off the field issues.
Kramer, where are you at with the Ravens?
All right, so they did. I mean, it seems like everyone, as much as they were a good team last year, they seem to have gotten better. Everyone is picking them. I've avoided a lot of gambling specific talk, but in the mainstream, everyone is just casually throwing the Ravens out as the Super Bowl representative, including the man sitting to the right of me in some late night exacta talk at the Circa.
Oh wow,
a month ago. Hopefully, I didn't just violate the trust law. So
no, it's fine.
But what I would say is, I mean, again, their division's tough. We'll talk about chopping it. Again, that waffle Photoshop, very offensive. And no, it's the key way to get this team to not be what they were is to say, well, they won't continue to progress as an offense. And what we saw last year was a bit of an outlier from Lamar passing. And Derrick
41
Henry,
touchdowns, 4 interceptions, kind of crazy.
And Derrick Henry is someone that, while the workload was relatively low, we kind of like we had off-air conversations about Derrick Henry being cooked 2.5 seasons ago.
Yeah,
we were wrong.
So
no, and the workload, I would say the workload wasn't.
It wasn't bad last year.
It was bad. I mean, it was a lot of carries. He had 325 carries.
Yeah, which he's had more, and I would say.
No, I mean the year before it was only 280, so it was a pretty big bump up.
Yeah, I would say in general, like in a vacuum, I'm not worried about this, but considering that he had the appearance of a running back that was near the end 2.5 seasons ago, at some point the cliff will come. We've seen it with every running back ever.
I mean, if you told me last year he was going to have a career high in yards per attempt, that's insane. And on 325 carries, he had 5.9 yards per carry. The previous high in his career, you got to go back to the 2020 Titans year at 5.4. I think playing next to Lamar, a running quarterback, we saw this with Saquon having a career year. When you are paired up with a running quarterback, it does end up helping you.
Big time.
I was gonna say it also helped Lamar had his best statistical year of his career last year, and
Todd Monken was his year 3 now with the offense.
Yeah, Todd Monken, but it was Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry changed that offense 1,000%. Like it was just it was just a completely different. Everything worked with when you have Derrick Henry doing what he did.
Yeah, and that was probably part of the reason why we weren't higher, or I wasn't higher on him last year, was the idea that there's no way you can back Derrick Henry at this point, or expect him to be a difference maker. And he was, like you mentioned, he was dangerously close to Saquon in terms of statistical output. They also just like the bringing in DeAndre Hopkins. Like I love DeAndre Hopkins. And I keep reading that he's catching touchdown passes in training camp. Very exciting. I have no idea what that means. It does seem like their offensive line is, I mean, they always seem to have backups, but like it seems like we've been flirting with disaster on their offensive line. And so, I guess you have to trust that Lamar is going to be great. I don't know. It's a hard case to make. Malachi Starks apparently is fucking amazing, like everyone they draft.
He was on the freak
safety
list,
out of Georgia. He's going to be good.
So, I mean, I guess in some ways you're getting cute if you're picking against them.
This is exactly, and this is why you did dime me out there with the exact thing with the Ravens. But these stats are hard to ignore. They had the #1 offense in the league in EPA, and they did it against the single toughest schedule of opposing defenses. They're ranked #1 explosive play rate, and they're lowest rate defensive of holding explosive play rates.
And the crazy thing is too, like you could make a case that they haven't had a winning record in 1-score games since 2019, which is kind of crazy considering how many games they've won. They were once again 5-5 in 1-score games. But still they've been 25-9 straight up in the last 2 years. Like if they can get a little bit of quote unquote luck with some of this 1-score games. Also, I mean, we haven't talked about it, but Justin Tucker, there's a reason he
was awful last year.
There's a reason the Ravens, all of a sudden his issues came to light. He was bad kicking field goals.
Will we ever see him again?
Yeah, he was 70%. I agree. I think we'll see him again.
We will see him.
Only because he's a kicker who he's got a 10-game suspension.
Where are we going to see him? In the UFL?
They're like bullpen pitchers.
We're not seeing him on a football field.
This is why I'll say you will see him.
UFL?
Because
I mean, UFL's not going to be a league. But.
First of all, he's a kicker, and coaches know name kickers. They know guys who they've seen kick before.
That's true.
And they fire kickers. They don't respect the position.
No.
So if you miss a couple, that's it. You're cut on the street. Well, who's the new one? I don't care. We'll find one. So I see Tucker sign like a week 13, week 14 for some team that just missed a few kicks. You can see Mike Tomlin, anyone. They don't care about kickers anywhere. So Justin Tucker's too big of a name not to kick again in the NFL.
That is true. They have no respect for kickers.
And I will say he was bad last year for sure. A lot of that might have been what was going on in his mind. He only made 73% of his kicks, but he was not missing them short. He still had the leg. Yeah. And that's how you know if a kicker's shot or not.
He never comes up short.
Right. He didn't come short. He spread it all over the place.
He came too long and inaccurate. His problem is not coming up short, but coming up all over the place.
He sprayed it everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it was reckless. It was disregarded. It went where it was not supposed to go, where it was not wanted.
Luckily, some of his teammates, advisors.
I realized that we should probably be journalists here, and I pulled up the Justin Tucker X page / Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah, what's he been up to?
Well, he's not been posting a lot. In fact, before he posted a note, which not Notepad, so this is like a Word doc. He can showing his age, but I'm not gonna. There's 5 paragraphs in here, 6 kind of. Let me read this one excerpt. Once I reviewed the newspaper's allegations against me, it was apparent the newspaper was deliberately misconstruing events as nefarious (parentheses which were not), and were relying on third-party speculation to create false preconceived narrative about me that they believed would generate clicks.
Now
this was January 30th.
He has
this
denied.
has not aged well.
Well, he has denied every allegation. There's like 30 of them, which is great.
I mean, at some point you
Yeah.
have to just hold on and just deny it forever. Because if you deny for a while and they're like,
Kicker's got a kick, man. What can I say?
8, I mean, he was cut in May. So he posted this January 30th, cut in May.
That's his pinned tweet held up there?
Yeah. Well, no, it's just his last tweet. But before that, was March 18th, 2024 was a live now quote, the Kick Justin Tucker Genesis collection. He was selling some NFTs.
Talk about
That's amazing.
Talk about bad invest. I mean, he should go to jail for that. Let's start there.
And then before that, he has a movement, an anti-turf movement, which I kind of like.
Okay,
turf is
so it's not all bad.
Turf is environmentally hazard.
And his record still holds up, even though our Jags made a 70-yard kick this week.
That's
in
true.
the
Preseason.
70-yard kick.
Just to know that weapon's there in the back pocket if we need it. But Tucker's name was brought up a lot because he holds the record of 66.
The
Obviously.
real record.
And you can tell people are saying, unfortunately, this will not get his name out of the record books. We have to make this has to be a real game. But just know, Tucker.
In closing, Mr. Tucker finds it devastating to learn that anyone would feel offended after an interaction with me.
I from the start, I didn't like his cockiness as a kicker. Something rubbed me the wrong way.
Can you imagine?
Unintended.
So after he makes a big kick, he would always do that thing where he looked to the side.
Yeah, it's like.
So imagine right after he nuts in the massage parlor,
with his opera singing voice still coming out.
That's right. He's what a fucking asshole.
He's an opera singer.
What an asshole skill to have.
I'm here for a massage. Can you help me? I'm really backed up.
Oh,
please, will you jerk me off? I will tip you extra.
Sean, that got a lot of picnic basket work.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, shout out to the Ravens covered it up too for a while.
That has
That's
to
the
be a
most
sound.
fun.
That has to be a sound drop right
What
there.
the-
Will you jerk me off?
I'm just trying to imagine.
No,
his
very subtle. Very
happy ending opera.
Yeah, that's why I do like that aspect of him, like trying to guess if you're a happy ending. That little cat and mouse game you got to play,
Yeah.
like you flip over to him and try to.
Okay.
Yeah. So
should I just slip underneath? What
Are
are the
you
rules
kidding me?
here?
Justin Tucker.
Does the research?
No, he's the kind of guy that starts on his back.
All right.
He's a super user on rub maps.
He just lays on his back. He's
Right.
never laying on his stomach.
There's no robe.
what's the
What's a
point?
massage?
Right. Welcome to me. This whole preview should be an opera voice, I believe.
I'm gonna post a link to his post so everyone can go read the full
Go check
letter.
it out.
All right.
While you're doing that, reminder: everyone, come hang out with our live pack break, ripping cards.
Yes.
Let's get it.
They'll come hang out. Every phrase sounds like it's a.
Come, hang.
And of course, come to our YouTube channel Tuesday, August 12th, aka tomorrow, 7:00 Pacific.
Not you, Justin.
We are ripping packs with our buddy Daps. It's just a lot of fun. I don't know. We got a lot of good feedback from people who had fun. You buy your team, you sweat it out to see if you can cash some super valuable cards. Kramer got a nice Joe Burrow last time. We'll see what we end up with. But
Joey Burrito.
Joey
Bengals
Burrito
are taken this time, so I wouldn't even be able to get him if I wanted to. But Ravens are available.
Ooh, okay. Who would be the best Raven from
The rookie
2024?
kicker.
Well, so these are the 2024.
No
25s aren't out until
no Tyler
October.
Loop in this one.
I would imagine. Well, this break we have 5 jerseys.
Yes.
So there's. I don't know. I have no idea what the best thing to get for a Raven, but they're 129.99 available right now.
And Ryan, maybe we toss in our box of cards that we have sitting around here as a bonus.
Oh, that's right.
On the pack break, and just so I can get more, I can try and unwrap, and maybe you can unwrap. Daps will unwrap his cards, just a little, just so we have something to unwrap as well.
Taste.
Oh,
Tune in, sportsgameonpodcast.com.
The idea that of Daps opening some shit cards and just being completely annoyed as he's opening our low end hobby cards. It seems like some have moved since we last spoken. So if you want to get in,
they are flying off the shelves. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag, your place to bet on the National Football League. NFL is coming. It is coming.
Sean.
No, it's right around the corner. What am I supposed to say? The NFL is backed up.
Hurry.
No, the NFL.
Justin Tucker's ruined this.
The
This sports
NFL
podcast.
is right around the corner. There you go, Ryan. Take your mind out of
It's
the
a
gutter.
mess.
And take it over to mybookie.ag. Promo code SGPN. 100% match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply on that rollover bonus. But again, get in on the bookie. Mybookie.ag accepts customers from a ton of locations. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using that sweet cryptocurrency. Mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. That's right. Rhythm just launched their college football product. Let's go, baby. CFB is here. They already have some early projections. You can start building your college football model. They really killed it. 21.47% ROI on non-conference spreads. Also crushed it in conference money lines. FCS totals week 0 and week 1. Rhythm's house model at 16-4 ATS. Let's go. And you can, if you don't like using their model, you can build your own. Get your 7-day free trial today. sportsgameonpodcast.com/RITHMM. sportsgameonpodcast.com/RATHMM.
Filthy episode so far.
Really disgusting.
Well, once you start talking about Justin Tucker, it's tough to stop. You're already halfway there.
Yeah, there were a lot of if you really dive in, there were a lot of locations. That's the interesting thing. He was on
You're always searching for that perfect massage.
I will say it's one of those things, just like Deshaun Watson, where at a certain point you stop, right? You don't keep going to new grocery stores once you find a grocery store.
No, but that's the chase. That's what he wants.
But that's what that's what makes
his sickness.
That's what makes them even
Sociopath.
more guilty. Is the
Right.
I mean, how many?
The challenge is to turn the non-happy enders.
It's
into the
a
happy
television
enders.
show. It's Dexter, but instead of killing people, it's just going
Grabbing them
and
off,
trying to get hand jobs.
grabbing masseuses off Instagram.
It's just hand jobs,
Just like
though.
Dexter.
There's no killing. There's
Yeah,
no
I don't know.
There's no actual stabbing with knives.
Unless-
just with the flesh rocket.
Mm.
All right, so let's get into
into
the
it.
schedule here.
Ravens.
A Ravens sitting at 11.5. So we're continuing to climb the ladder.
Yep.
This one's minus 110 each way, minus 550 to make the playoffs, plus 390 to miss, minus 150 for the division, 340 for the conference, 650 for the Super Bowl. You know,
Have they seen Lamar in the playoffs?
well, I mean, I just did a program where one of the hosts, he said he's doing more than sprinkling the Super Bowl price. So, okay. kind of with you, Sean. There is an element of we got to see it from Lamar before I'm going to drop down a future on 6.5 to 1 for a Super Bowl. No, thank you. Macro takes on the schedule, not much to talk about.
Lamar's never even gotten to a conference championship.
Yeah,
they've
favored and they've had the advantage of the bye. They're favored 15 times.
No, they lost to Kansas City 2 years ago at home.
Was that the conference championship?
Yes.
Oh, you're right.
They're only dogs twice this year. Both times are in the first 4 weeks,
and both is only 1.5 points.
Both only 1.5 points, and it's against basically it's eliminator games for the conference. Why they had these games early in the season, both early in the season. Again, like Commissioner Goodell generally doing great work, but the schedule maker this year, let's get it upgraded. Let's introduce a little of that super intelligence they're working on. And let's avoid playing the good games randomly early in the season in just the Sunday afternoon window. Okay, first 4. Any other thoughts on the schedule? They have some good rest spots, middle of the road in terms of strength of schedule.
Yeah, it's
extra home game because they're in the AFC.
Yeah, no, I mean it's on the hardish side, but again, whatever. They've always had a hard schedule because they've been good the past.
They're
few years.
good.
You look at weeks 2 through 8; they have 1 road game. That's 2 months.
That's insane.
It's 2 months of football, and they're only on the road once to Kansas City.
Yeah. No, I mean, all right. Let's hop around. So yeah, again, the first 4 weeks are very interesting. They start with Buffalo, Sunday Night Football. Great Sunday Night Football to open the season. Then Cleveland at home, which is such a wild card game. We have no idea what Cleveland's going to look like. You're going to have the healthiest Joe Flacco you could possibly.
Flacco's return to Baltimore.
The Flacco return to Baltimore. You know.
Yeah.
Then you have Detroit, which is a hell of a matchup. Definitely a team that's going to be able to push you around a little bit.
Well, Baltimore does destroy Detroit though every time they play them.
Yeah,
we just always had. Baltimore
we gave
too.
this one to Baltimore. We just did the Lions episode.
Okay.
And then at Kansas City, this one, and sorry, Detroit's Monday night, and then at Kansas City, this is a big time game here early in the season. I guess when you want to get Kansas City. So, I mean, are we thinking they go 3-1 here?
Well, the Buffalo game, I'm going to go back and forth on it, but Buffalo has gotten off to slow starts.
No, yeah, but no, thank you. Not on Sunday night. Not like this.
No,
coming out of the Hard Knocks.
Exactly. That's the loss. That's coming out of the Hard Knocks, and it's a revenge game. I know it's
the last game they played, and they get a chance for instant revenge for the Ravens.
And I know we like to save our best bets towards the end, but I'll go ahead and drop a spoiler alert for a little bit in there. Game 1, anytime touchdown, Mark Andrews. I mean, come on. After dropping the game-winning team tying 2-point conversion. Oh my God,
I forgot how bad he was in that game.
Right, and he dropped that one. That's all he's talking about. So even first touchdown, 10-1,
and Isaiah Likely,
they're going to force feed Mark Andrews a touchdown.
They want that. They want that. The Browns game, to your point, Kramer. I don't know if I can predict them outright, but I mean, we saw the Raiders beat them week 2 at home. So who knows? The Ravens have started slow. I mean, they started slow last year, so.
They did that 3 years in a row. Wasn't that when they lost to the Colts, Minshew, as well, that week 2 at home? Big Survivor one. They lost.
Minshew has their number, and that's really the through line.
Right.
If I'm the Browns, just bring in Minshew for one game.
Yeah, get a 7th quarterback in that room. Let's go.
I don't know. Anytime I fade the Ravens in the regular season, I feel like an idiot. So I'll go 3-1. I don't know if they lose at Buffalo or Kansas City.
Win at Buffalo. Win versus
They probably
Cleveland.
win one.
Win Detroit. Lose Kansas City.
So CJ, you have 3-1.
Yeah.
Kramer, what are you doing?
I think I'm also on 3-1. I just want to pull up when we did the way too early picks. Okay. I just want to make sure. So, I mean, we were both on Buffalo for the way too early week 1 picks. Okay. Are you telling me you're considering meandering over to the other side?
No, I mean, I
because to me, when we're talking in a couple weeks from now, this is going to be the fuck do they not make this 3? You want to talk about the Hard Knocks bump? then you're going to 3.5 or something crazy like that.
So I could see them losing. I could see the Ravens losing this game. I mean, the case for them is the instant revenge, like CJ said, the Mark Andrews stuff. But then they could. Then if they lose to Buffalo, they could win at Kansas City in the regular season. I think that's reasonable.
Weather won't be a factor up there.
3-1,
early September.
All they need is to win one of these games, and they're 3-1. I think so. Yeah, I feel good with 3-1. They'll have extra rest going into Kansas City.
You're right, 2-2.
And Ravens.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm right, 2-2.
You had a 1-3 before.
I had it 3-1.
Oh,
and I went to 2-2 because I'm actually more convinced they're going to lose the Buffalo game.
Okay.
And I think they find a way to drop one of the other three.
They destroyed them in Baltimore last year during the regular season. That was during September.
It's baked into the price.
I think it's a revenge. I mean, I'm not saying Buffalo can't win, but I mean, Hard Knocks is the only handicap you need. This Ravens defense has gotten better too, and like last year they were. They started off not great, but after week 9, they were number 2 in EPA. I think they missed Mike McDonald for a little bit. Obviously, took some adjusting to get used to. But after that, they were like the number 2 versus EPA defense, and they added Jair Alexander. Although I think there's a reason why he only paid $4 million to get Jair Alexander. But
these buddies with Lamar, they played in college together.
You know, they got them. They get the vibes, and like you said with Green and Starks. But I don't know. They didn't have to add much. All they did was re-sign their tackle, which they did. But I mean, this team is just built for the championship.
They're a regular season team, as Sean always points out. So they do tend to stack regular. I'm just saying they're going to drop a game they shouldn't in here. And Buffalo, they're definitely dropping. Jair Alexander and Lamar both played at Louisville together. Next 4. Houston at home. Like CJ said, a ton of home stuff, and I don't know if you like the early bye week, if I'm being completely honest, if you're the Ravens. So Houston at home. Then you have
Rams at home. Sorry, I was missing the schedule here. Then we have no, I don't know what I'm looking at. Then we have the bye week. Then we have Chicago at home, which with every passing day, I become more and more out on the Chicago Bears. Same with the Miami Dolphins at Miami here. Late enough in the season for it to not be a terrifying spot. I think for the Ravens, I tend to have this Lamar does good, or Lamar does better in my mind in Florida than I think he does in real life. But I tend to think he shows out there, and that is a Thursday night game at Miami. You want to have a little bit of a wrench in the situation. Well, Thursday night at Miami, that does add a wrinkle to it.
Yeah, and of course with Miami, you got
Tua Tagovailoa.
Also the first of
quarterback.
Oh, Ryan, you stepped on the
quarterback.
Do it again.
The perfect debut, the sound drop,
and Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback.
It's got
the quarterback.
It's got elements of like when Bob Hope would do the college football All-American show, you know, and he would like bring them all one by one and do the names and stuff like that.
So even though 3 home games, winnable road game, I'll go 3-1. I think they could mess up one of these games. I mean, road Thursday night games are no joke in the NFL. So even if you want to try and be a hater here, they're pretty big favorites. Now, do I like the Texans to cover the 7.5? I think so. I could definitely see myself taking the Texans and almost 8 points with that defense, but outright in Baltimore, that's going to be tough. Rams have played them tough previously, but it's tough to be optimistic about the Rams with the Stafford.
That's right after
stuff. He needs a backiotomy.
That is right after the Niners game, which is a Thursday night game, so extended rest, but then going into the London game against Jags.
Yeah.
So
I'm 3-1.
Yeah.
CJ, what are you doing here?
This is an easy 4-0.
4-0. I mean, if you want to, the Miami game is kind of the trickiest one.
Yeah. I would say the Rams, but even though it's cross country like that, I think of that last game the Rams did play there where they got robbed on that punt return when the guy had like 20 blocks in the back.
Rams have been good on the East Coast.
Puka had a monster game. Yeah, they are. They do play that well. And Seattle's the same thing. I think this West Coast teams are starting to learn how to play these early cross. But at the same time,
wake up a little earlier.
But at the same time, we're talking about 3 straight home games: Houston, Rams, bye, Bears, and that Thursday night.
Yeah, they have to stack wins here. It's only getting more difficult.
Yeah. I'll stack them up 4-0. Let's go.
So, as I mentioned, Miami, the first of 3 straight. Then you have at Minnesota, at Cleveland. and then the New York Football.
I mean, this
Jets.
is very interesting.
Very and then the Bengals again. I'm sorry, on Turkey Day.
They always beat the Bengals
At night, at
home Thursday night. They've done a good job of that. But
You should never have to play a divisional game on your third straight road game.
that Cleveland game, book it right now. Browns on the money line. You do not win your third straight road game in the NFL.
That's
you just
fucked
don't.
up.
Now maybe they're definitely going to either lose at Minnesota or at Cleveland. You just don't win three road games.
Minnesota, they have a 10-day. It's coming off Thursday night, so they'll have extended rest there. I think the Jets game's pretty clearly a win. I instinctually I would say they own the Ravens. Those games are always electric. Probably the point spread's too big, but you like the Ravens to win. I'll just split the Bengals and Ravens. I think split in my algorithm. But yeah, how do the Browns not win that game?
I'm going 2-2 here. I think this is a sneaky, tricky little stretch for them.
I mean, yeah, 3 straight road games is not.
I think they could lose all 3 of those road games.
Well, they only have. Oh, you mean at Miami, at Minnesota, at Cleveland? I don't think they're losing all 3, but I think that third one is going to be super tough.
And I probably have to go 3-1 again. Yeah, 3-1.
Wait, so you just said you could see them losing all 3 road games,
but I'm going to have them winning the Minnesota one.
Okay,
It's tough. I mean,
so 3-1 for Ryan.
We're also looking at we're looking at pure schedules, travel, calendar, and all those things, and not realizing he could also be going against JJ McCarthy, Shedeur Sanders, and just right there.
Also
very winnable games.
In this situation of the year as well. I mean,
I did just say you fade the home teams in the holiday games.
All right.
So we have to take 2-2.
So you're saying, you're going.
Well, when you're hosting, you got to deal with all the.
And Burrow made such a big deal out of having to do this every year, going to Thursday night game.
Yeah, I think they could win in Baltimore and then screw up the other one.
I'll take that. I'll go 2-2 just for that.
Yeah,
they lose to the Bengals and they lose to either the Browns or Vikings, like you said. I don't know which one.
Oh, it's the Browns.
Okay,
Sean's right. Let's grab that money line is going to be juicy.
Oh, I mean. That's if Flacco, they're going to bring Flacco back from the dead for that game.
That would actually be funny. The Ravens are going to finish like 13-4, but they're going to be 0-2 against the Browns. All right. So give us an update, Sean.
Kramer, you're 8-4. I'm 8-4. CJ 9-3. Final 5.
It's impossible to not have a high amount of wins with this team. All right. Next up we have Cincinnati.
No, we got them.
No, we have Pittsburgh. Whoa, which again, you look at a point spread that stands out as being like that's not real. That's not a real point spread. Then at Cincinnati, then which I think that no, that's not. That's just a standard Sunday game. Then you have the Patriots at Packers at Steelers to wrap it up. That is that's a diabolical double in terms of outdoor games that are going to suck.
The diabolical double.
The diabolical double. They can actually lose some games here.
Yeah. I mean, at Green Bay is actually going to be really tough for them.
So I'm just thinking about the diabolical double when Tucker wants an actual massage as well.
When he lays on his stomach first.
Right. Yeah. Whoa,
All right,
whoa.
now let's start the massage.
Exactly.
Sweetie. I got to miss a big kick on Sunday.
I'm not
all right.
trained for that.
Can you work my quad? I just cost us a division game.
He's like an evil, like European Bond villain.
I need to get those Kramer. Let's order those. Oh my God! Imagine a Photoshop of those opera glasses. Imagine Justin Tucker sitting with the opera glasses, looking down at his cock getting jerked off.
Yeah, what like the stage?
Him like doing a little opera clap. Delightful.
No.
Even AI would not make that for you. They'd be like, no, you staged that yourself. That's ridiculous.
I'm ordering opera glasses.
There we
Quote,
go.
I never wanted someone to feel offended after they interacted with me.
Yeah, you wanted them to feel honored because they jerked you off.
And isn't there a gag? Like I think of like Three Stooges have gags with the tuxedo shirt that rolls up to the chin, you know?
Dickie.
Yeah,
They actually call that the Dickie.
Yeah, the Dickie that rolls up, and that would be the climax, obviously for Tucker in the opera with the opera glasses. Dickie
knocks out of his hands.
Oh.
All right, last 5. Now this is interesting because the at Cincinnati, I think New England at home, very winnable. Pittsburgh at home, very winnable. Pittsburgh on the road, Green Bay on the road. Those are 3 tough road games. I'm gonna go 3-2 because I think they probably win their home games, and then they go 1-2 on the road. Is probably how I'm splitting this. They're gonna destroy New England, but Green Bay, I'm worried about them now that we look at this because of the look ahead spot against the Steelers. We'll see, but also too, it's interesting. Like if they need this for playoff position, do they not? I'll go.
Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. That's a stretch right there of divisional foes. You know what I mean, complete rivalry.
I think it's fair to assume that the Jets are going to be a physical team too, or at least try to be, and potentially. I just read a whole thing about Minnesota, like we talked about on the team preview, Sean, about them being more of a physical team.
You can't solve that defense. The Masters class now. Brian Flores is third year.
There's just a lot of, and then New England. I mean, there's just a lot of teams that want to run the ball in the schedule in the back end here. Smash. I had the Bengals getting 12 wins. I think they lose that back. I mean, I think they split the Bengals game, so I think the Ravens do steal this one on the road because they lost on Thanksgiving.
They did.
I think they split the Pittsburgh game, so now they're 1-2. And as much as it'd be fun to have New England somehow shock them here with a crescendo at the end of the season for Drake May and excitement building towards another offseason of us hearing about Drake May MVP tickets. So this could be, is this 2 no, this is 3-2.
Yeah.
3-2.
Pittsburgh's win, Cincinnati's win, New England's win. They lose the last 2.
So you got 3-2 as well, CJ.
Yep.
So CJ clocking in at 12-5. Kramer and I 11-6. We're going to talk about our best bets, favorite plays to play your Baltimore Ravens. Before we do, of course, shout out to Circa. We're going to be at the beautiful Circa. Kramer, we're going out this weekend, Thursday to Saturday. We're doing a little hang with the Bet Bash people. We got our recent show Friday night. We will be signing up for the Circa Million Circa Survivor the following weekend as part of Ultimate Contest Weekend. Highly recommend coming out for that weekend. CJ is going to be out there. Live Eason show. We're doing shows on Radio Row. The open bar party on Thursday. I think it's at the. D. Check the details, but it's great hang. Come out, sign up for your contest, get all your future bets in. 15 million guaranteed for Survivor, 6 million for the million. Grandissimo. I think there's going to be a decent overlay for the Circa Million. We'll see if they get
because of the Survivor.
Because everyone just has Survivor fever, which is I like Survivor. I'm going to play both, but Circa Million to me, getting those quarterly prizes. We were of course had Chris Farley on from Farley Bets.
You mentioned the monocle, the glasses earlier. Yeah. That's Circa Million, all right? The mouth breathers are all over at Circa Survivor.
Oh, Circa Survivor. There's a lot of ways to play. But I do want to try and trick my wife into playing Circa Survivor.
Oh, that'd be great.
I won't tell her that she's in it. I'm just gonna sign her up.
Yeah, just ask
and
for
be like,
one
hey. We're just doing this fun office pool, and don't tell her that I spent $1,000.
No, you can't tell her $1,000.
And that's gonna be great content. I'll film it.
Yes,
I'll be like, "What's your Survivor pick this week? Why?" And then just see what happens. I mean, because
don't even tell her there's stakes involved.
Yeah, no, just be like, "Hey, we're just doing like a fun for fun."
All right.
But seriously, that's why you should play Survivor, because
it's a great couple thing. It really is.
It is an easy way if you have someone in your life who's
I'm serious.
Non-football. It's an easy. Hey, what? But the problem is when you get knocked out week 2, and then it's why are we still watching football?
Then you tell them to hit the bricks. We're not watching football again. This is all because of you.
We got 15 more weeks, sonny. Footballcontest.com. Promo code SGP. Get your $50 off the proxy fees. You need the proxy to help get your picks in, so you can sign up in Nevada and play from anywhere. Footballcontest.com. Promo code SGP. Get your $50 off the proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Already looking at some higher lower pick 'em for NFL preseason week 2. Of course, I nailed Tanner McKee, higher passing yards, just throwing darts left and right. Kramer, you should have played your buddy Jackson dart. He had a very good
nice
game. Shador Sanders, can you believe the numbers? How low they were at Shador? No one believes in Shador. You can believe in Shador. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN. Deposit match up to $1,000 of bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code SGPN.
Wonder what team he'll be on.
Shador.
Yeah. Oh, he's 100% on the Browns.
He would have doubled Jackson Dart's numbers if he had played in that game, according to Josiah Anderson. That's what she said.
Josina Anderson.
I mean, the people that were saying they're setting him up for fail by letting him play. Right. It's like, what are you talking? This guy, I mean, his best attribute is he's kind of a gamer. The guy's gonna play. Let him play.
Just the idea
to set up these excuses for him was crazy.
Well, and just the idea that the argument being that playing time was setting him up for failure. You're kind of That's a pretty insulting.
You're the one insulting Shador.
That's a pretty insulting thing to say.
That's also funny too, because those takes were ridiculous, and Stephen A. Smith, also Louis Riddick, it was a couple of ESPN people that did it. It did it, and then Darren Orlovsky does a video where he's yelling at us about the takes of the setting up the failure. Like, don't tell us.
Yell at your other people.
Yeah, go down the aisle of your office and tell them. You don't have to tell us. We know.
I was saying in the office earlier, he's slowly turning into Zoolander. Dan Orlovsky. I mean, it's like
does that big crazy hair.
You're you were the nerdy quarterback who ran out of the back of the end zone. Now you got gel in your hair. You look ridiculous. Yeah, the whole thing. I mean, it's
hilarious.
one of the worst takes I've heard in a while. All right.
Yeah, setting up Shador for failure by letting him play was just insane.
By giving him too much playing time. That was essentially the argument. Giving him too much playing time was bad. Was mean.
Because he didn't work with the one. Who works with what is it? First of all, like any of them,
he's a backup quarterback.
Like any of them were at Browns practices anyway.
Well, they were
logging.
Dan Orlovsky would know this, but as a backup, you don't get to play with the ones all week.
You don't get to play with the ones.
If the guy gets hurt, you go in and you play. You don't say it's not fair. I'm not going to go in. You're setting me up for failure.
Anyway,
I mean, what a pussy. That's actually some shit. This is some young person shit.
Yeah,
right here.
no, 100%.
Unreal.
Kramer.
Yeah,
you had them going 11-6. What are your favorite
unders,
bets?
Huh? You guys like the unders?
I'm on the under 11.5. One more time, fading.
John Harbaugh has won 12 games 5 times in his tenure there. By the way,
tell me more, CJ.
Just want to say.
I mean, he is a double-digit wins kind of guy. I'm not taking missed playoffs at plus 390. I'm not taking division at minus 150. Although I think if you like the over 11.5, obviously the division's probably a better way to do it. But I don't know.
Do you think that you need more than 12 to win the division?
What?
Well,
I'm saying if you like them to have over 11.5 wins, I would probably just take the division instead.
I think it could be a Detroit, Minnesota situation from last year. I think the Bengals are a candidate to put up 13 wins, something like that.
No, I was just pointing out to
Sean
over 11.5 minus 110 versus minus 150.
Yeah, terrible.
Indicates that you think it's going to be north of 12 wins to win the division. I think that's what you're saying.
No, I'm saying if you're really high on them, you don't need to bet them over 11.5 wins. I think you can win the division at 11-6. I have
I see what you're
the
saying.
Steelers. I have the Steelers at 11-6.
I think the opposite. I got it.
You have the who at 11-6?
Got it.
Steelers at 11-6.
Okay.
So I have them tied. I'll probably give the tiebreaker to the
I'm at
Steelers.
10-7 on the Steelers.
Okay.
12-5 on the Bengals.
Sure.
CJ, what are you on the Steelers?
you want to confess anything, CJ?
I'm not at 11 wins with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll just say that. Do we think there's going to be seriously on Baltimore is for a regression? I mean,
yes.
We have not mentioned they were the luckiest as far as injury concerned.
No, I mean that's how this can go. And we already saw it with Isaiah Likely, who I would love to bet him. And I was hoping I would get a really juicy price because it seems like he'll probably be ready close to the start of the season. I was hoping for really juicy to lead the AFC North in receiving touchdowns, but it's only 35-1.
I saw that.
And considering how much time he's missed, and he's not a sure thing to start the season, even as an Isaiah Likely stan, I could not fire on it. At 35-1, I need like 50 or 60-1 considering the injury.
The Ravens are a hard team to play.
Yeah.
Anything other than like individual unders.
Right.
But even then, like the receiver situation makes it difficult because I don't really want to fade Zay Flowers.
No.
It's all the other guys. It's like, I mean, DeAndre Hopkins is fun to root for, and again, I keep reading about how he's catching touchdowns.
Now that's a fun first touchdown.
That's how you play it, right? This is a team that you
now Hopkins. He's your 50-1 to lead the division in touchdowns. That'd be more interesting than Likely.
50-1.
50-1. To lead the North.
He's been catching so many touchdowns, Sean.
Called him in a Super Bowl as predicted by the man in the box. Yeah, I know. Put him in Hopkins 50-1.
Well, but we like Likely.
Last time.
I was Sean. What's 35-1? That's nothing for a guy who's barely going to play, and not barely going to play, but Mark Andrews plus 475.
When was the last time DeAndre Hopkins had double-digit receiving touchdowns?
All right, take it off.
What was the last time he had a 2-time MVP throwing the ball?
2018.
Yeah, I was gonna. Okay.
And when was the last time he had a quarterback throwing the ball though?
CJ, I think you have more fun bets probably than we do. So I'm going to put you on the over 11.5 wins.
The over 11.5 wins for sure.
DeAndre Hopkins.
I just tossed that out there. I actually liked Likely better, but you threw me off.
You son of a bitch.
You price shamed me.
Son of a bitch.
Now give me Hopkins for 50-1. I like that.
Okay.
Zay Flowers is the only receiver I would consider for anything with that team. That's anything consistent.
Yeah. So I pulled up his. I have his 1,000 yards price out here. It's plus 165. He had 1,059 last year. He had 77 receptions for 858 his rookie year, and then 74 for 1,059 last year. The biggest difference was he was catching, 11 yards a catch versus 14 yards a catch. So I mean, it's if you're going to be optimistic, I agree. It's probably Zay Flowers, but I like the Likely angle too. There's too many other angles I'd rather play.
Yeah. Here's a bet I like. Now we talked about injury luck that the Ravens had. They lost the fewest adjusted games, I think, by far.
Yeah, by a lot.
Right. Derrick Henry, we talked about his workload. Not as bad as you thought it was going to be for the yards he had, because he had a damn near historic season, like he said it was for Barkley. But we've seen it before. We've seen Henry go down after a season where he carried the ball over 350, close to 400 times. He's obviously insane chalk for a division for yards and touchdowns. Just in case something happens, Keaton Mitchell,
who passes the eye test. He's fun.
Passes the eye test, 100-1 to lead the division in rushing yards. Not even an option for a touchdown. Obviously, you need something bad with Henry, but then after that, it's wide open. You're dealing with Lamar. You're dealing with Chase Brown, Caleb Johnsons of the world, Jerome Ford's, and for crying out loud.
I will tail this one.
Keaton Mitchell's already.
He could do this in 12 games.
He's banged up.
I'm not saying he even needs to play 17 games for this to happen. This division, because Chase Brown, as good as he is in that offense, he can still only get 900 yards, whatever, 1,000 yards, which is
Jake is going to be very excited to hear about this.
Keaton Mitchell bet?
Keaton Mitchell love. He is an ECU guy, so Colby probably happy as well.
Oh yeah, and you're right about talking about the pass the eye test. He looks like an East Carolina Pirate too. He's just everything is about him.
I am an East Carolina fan.
Yeah, he's just a speed in the mud kind of guy.
I still can't believe that's actually Colby.
I'm a huge Keaton Mitchell
One more
guy.
time.
This is like the first time we ever had Colby on our show.
I am an East Carolina fan.
So yeah, that's why I play Keaton Mitchell to lead the division rushing yards.
I like that. That's a fun sprinkle.
Hopkins touchdowns, and I already gave out Mark Andrews anytime touchdown. Smash out plus 135. That opener versus Buffalo, 10-1 first touchdown. Why not? But they're going to force feed Mark Andrews a touchdown. He has to. It has to be the reading story. They're going to show that drop in that montage.
You're right.
No,
I totally forgot about
it's
that.
crazy.
You could just see Chris Collinsworth. Yeah, this is a redemption story for Mark. Isaiah Likely probably won't be back that first week. Kramer, I have 0 bets listed for you. What do you want? Under 11.5?
Give me the under.
Wow. Okay.
What, are you not on the under?
Oh, I am. Yeah.
Why'd you say wow?
Well, you're just usually a Ravens fan. But
11.5 is a big number.
11-6 is. I mean, you can win the Super Bowl at 11-6.
You guys are somehow on the over and missed the playoffs. What do you guys have this North folding out there?
I mean, I'm
Unfolding.
I'm very worried
Folding
about the win situation. I think I'm going to be super overweight on wins in the NFL.
A lot of wins.
I think I'm just
Kramer's very scared. Someone DM'd
wins.
me and they said it's. I think we were pretty close. So
Really?
you could be in your own head, Ryan.
You're like you're like a hot air balloon and needs to drop some sandbags. So you got a lot of weight that's bringing you down.
I
mean,
feel
your Giants prediction's the one that stands out, where you may need to dial back some wins.
Giants and Jags both
Jaguars,
winning more than 12.
Arizona.
That's a parlay. It's. I'm really just in some ways I'm playing the hits. I just snuck. Jacksonville makes it feel a little different. Jacksonville and the Bengals over the Ravens, which although this is now 2 years in a row, I'm not picking the Ravens to win the division.
It's true.
So no, I don't have. I mean, so we would if I was going to play the superfecta market, I just even those prices, I thought it was going to be a little bit more fun to have the Bengals on top and Ravens in the 2 spot, but no. I would say in general, what I've learned about the superfecta prices in the NFL is that putting the favorite in second place gives you no bang for your buck.
I am laughing because of our late night session we had on July 4th. And I was looking at my pouch of futures, and I'm like, oh, I forgot about this too. We would have you on a Cincy Jacksonville divisional parlay.
Oh, wow.
That's nice and juicy. I mean, it's like a 7-0. I forget what it was, but
we
we're
have
heavy
a lot.
on it.
We have some serious that it was all 2 teamers. That was the rule.
A lot of sexy plays. Too,
only
though.
Third team is what got me on those division
CJ
parlays.
did break the rules a couple times, but we were trying to do 2 teamers.
You couldn't do 3 teamers. I didn't break any rules. They don't allow 3 teamers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you came back with a 4-teamer.
No, well, last year they certainly did because all mine.
You're right.
All my division parlays.
You're right. You're right.
2-1.
You're right. They did. I did have one small one, but that was like a personal stash. Nothing to do with what we had to talk about. That had nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with me.
That wasn't a thing pushing it out there.
Me.
Yes, but anyway, Cincy Jacksonville, such a fun thing to put in. I mean, my goodness, the 2 sexiest teams in football.
I mean, I realize I have a lot invested in the Jags via parlays.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see
Yeah,
how
they're the anchor for a lot of our.
All right, you know what? Let's get on the board.
Yeah,
Ravens under 4.5 division wins.
Oh, okay.
Minus 130.
Okay.
This is a chop it up division. Chop it up division. You go 3-3. What's the 4.5 business? I can win with 4-2. Sean.
Yeah. No, I know how under 4.5 works.
Only 5-1 and 6-0 beats us.
They did lose to the. They went 5-1 last year, and they're only. They went 4-2 last year. Yeah, they're good for 2 losses because the
Browns in that 3rd straight road game.
Yeah, no, they lost to the Browns and they lost at Cleveland and they lost at Pittsburgh.
Bam.
That was the Jameis beat them, right? And then
sweet.
Tomlin knows how to play them.
Wow.
I will tail that. I like that because they're a weird team for me because obviously they're good. They have a good roster, good coach, Lamar, great regular season quarterback, but I don't want to fade him. I don't want to be in on them because I'm still skeptical, but I don't want to fade them so hard and then look like a total asshole because their floor is still really, really high.
Here's a stat for you too. Since 2023, they've lost 11 games total. Not one of them has been by more than 7 points.
Yeah.
They are blowout proof.
It's true.
They're one of the best teams in football year in, year out. And you can set your watch to it.
Yeah. If they could win those 1-score games, they'd be like undefeated.
All right.
All 5 of their losses were 1-score games last year.
That's right.
It's crazy.
You can't blow them out.
No. Harbaugh's a good coach. Lamar's a good quarterback. They're just kind of a boring team from the future market because the market's so high on them. Like there's not any super fun prices.
Yeah. What are you going to take some unders on? You going to bet on injuries? Under on Derrick Henry?
That being said, Patrick Mahomes has only lost double digits 4 times his entire career. One of them, of course, being the Super Bowl.
It is interesting. I
got his ass kicked.
People, yeah, I think they're another team where yeah, if they like lose in the conference championship game in a shootout against the Ravens or the Bills or the Bengals, people are like, yeah, the Chiefs this year. But because of the way their season ended, I was saying this earlier about the Lions. The Lions just lose to the Eagles. People are thinking about them slightly differently this year. I think this. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that point, but Ravens will be the Ravens. They're not getting over the hump. Too many people picking them to win the Super Bowl. That's the shocking thing. They shouldn't be the chalk, Sean. You know that.
Me? Yeah, no, I'm never going to pick them. I got to see a little momentum in the playoffs before I hop on the Ravens bandwagon.
Momentum in the playoffs.
Well, like, have you ever gone on a run? Like, what's their best playoffs?
Well, part of the problem is they always have the bye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So then they
bye's bad.
Right. The bye's bad for you. So what should be is a win. It's not counted as nothing. So then, they beat Houston. Is it back to back to beat Houston? No, they beat Houston 2 years ago. Then they hosted Kansas City and lost in the AFC Championship game. And then they went to Buffalo and lost. So in the game where Mark Andrews dropped.
It's just three. I mean, and
I'm just saying it's like NBA where you take your steps, and obviously
he's been stuck on step 2 here for a while.
I mean, he's still, how old is Lamar Jackson now?
He's over the hill. It's not going to happen. Lamar Jackson is what is he? Is he like 20?
He's like 27, I'd say. Tough.
28.
20 years old.
Only a couple years older than Tyler Shuck.
That is crazy. Tyler Shuck was a teammate of Justin Herbert for 2 years.
Yeah.
It's just kind of crazy.
Backed him up.
So Kramer and I on the under 11 and 6, CJ on the over 12 and 5, and of course,
good luck, CJ.
This episode's word was NFC. Last episode word was
the Lions episode.
The Lions episode, yes. So the phrase that pays continues on. We have the Chiefs later tonight, completing our triple header of Monday live shows. 32 NFL team previews. We got the pack break tomorrow, 7:00 Pacific. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/break. Promo code SGPN. Get you a little discount there. Spotify. Comments, questions, rating, reviews, all that stuff is great. We're trying to dominate Spotify this year. Appreciate everyone hopping on, tossing us a little rating review, and check out CJ, Man in the Box, aka Bottom Line Bombs, wherever you get your podcasts.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green. He's Ryan.
Good luck, CJ.
Kramer, let it ride.
And Tua tag over Aliyah.